How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Michigan Farms Map. And we are going to start, as always, with the description. It says, "Welcome to Michigan Farms Map. The map is a Michigan, USA style farming map. Map has 34 fields ranging from small to large in size. There are 4 farms located on the map: eastern, southern, western, central. You may buy the land before you must buy the land before you can use or sell the buildings. There are 5 forest areas on the map for logging. Water can be found at the water tower in town for a small fee. River and a large stream run through the map. There are 100 wooden toys, 5 sugar beets, and 5 small model Massey Ferguson 1155 tractors on the map to be found. Some will require some creativity to reach. There are multiple sell points, production facilities placed in the map, and a train. There we go. Map has a custom growth calendar, alfalfa crop added and integrated with animals. The terrain on the map is mostly flat with some rolling hills, valleys, and ditches. Precision farming custom soil map added. Custom sugar beet pilar factory for added realism with sugar beet harvesting. When owned by player, the pilar will give you tar dirt. Take dirt back to your field and dump. Dirt piles can be leveled and will disappear when using any field working implements. If not owned by player, it will act as a normal sell point without tar dirt. Tar dirt field type added. Soybeans on rows. Some crops textures altered for more realistic look. Environmental lighting upgrade. American flag net wrap for round bales. Seasonal objects added. 69 trees under the tree limit for the map. Enjoy the map and have fun. This map was created by Taylor Farms and Salty Shorty, and is 272.45 megabytes to download. There are no required mods. There we go. Now, let's take a look at the map. This is what it looks like. We start down here in the southeastern corner, and we pretty much own the entirety of the southeast, from farmlands number 23, 38, 37, 36, and 35, which equates out to fields 20, 29, 28, 27, and the main farm down in the southeast. You cannot purchase a periphery. There are areas in the map that are not purchasable. As you can see, there are areas where they're just not encompassed by a farmland number. There are no animals to start out with. There are contracts available. No production chains at the beginning. And there are collectibles, 110 total collectibles. So you got the 100 wooden toys from Elm Creek, plus you have 5 sugar beets and 5 Massey Ferguson replicas. I think it said the 1155s. I think that was what it was. That you can collect. And they said that some of them are actually in pretty creative spots, so you're going to have to, figure out how to get to them. So good luck with that. This is your starting farm. You start right here in front of your house. Sleep trigger is right here. And then around the side here, if we jump over, you have your wardrobe trigger. And then on the farm itself, it's just a lot of storage. There's giant buildings. You can see all of our starting equipment is here. And speaking of starting equipment, what do we start out with? If we look at right here, under medium tractors, we own a John Deere 7810. Under large tractors, we have a John Deere 9570 RX, a 9570R, and a 8RX 410. Under trucks, we have the Mack Anthem 6x4. Under harvesters, we have the Case Axle Flow 9250. Under beet technologies, we have the Ropa Panther 2. Under cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 2017, as well as the John Deere XUV 865M. Under trailers, we have the Crampy SKS 30/1050. Under headers, we have the Case 3162 Terraflex Draper 45 footer. And under corn headers, we have the Capello Diamet 12. Under beat technology, we have the header for the Ropa, the RRXL 9X45. Under cultivators, we have the Rosselmash K-12200. Under disc harrows, we have the Case Speed Tiller 475. Under seeders, the Vaderstadt Rapide A800S. Under planters, we have the John Deere 1775 NT. Under sprayers, we have the Hardy Mega 1200L, as well as the Mega 1200L tank. And then under the fertilizer spreaders, we have the Amazon ZG-TS 10001. Don't know why my brain just broke on that one. Anyways, there are no custom mods and DLCs based on the purchasable screen. I didn't bother to check to see if there were any here, and there are custom mods here in the build menu. Let's take a look. So you got a bunch of the custom buildings that you'll see all around the map. Nothing under silos, nothing under silo extensions, nothing under containers, nothing under tools, and you do have a farmhouse. Under production chains, you do have the sugar beet pilar. Sell points, nothing. Greenhouses, nothing. Orchards, nothing. Generators, nothing. Under animals, no cows, no horses, no pigs, no sheep, no animals. No, actually, I kind of take that back. Even though it doesn't say anything along the bottom that says it's special to the map, if you look under the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see there's a new symbol down there, and that is the alfalfa hay. Those have been integrated to some of these pens, like the cows, the horses. Is it with the pigs? No, not with the pigs. The sheep barns and chickens look like they're the same. No additional elements with the bees, no dog houses or others. Are there any fences? No fences, no lights, no others. And then under painting, nope, that looks like base game paints. No trees, but there does appear to be plants. Yeah, does appear to be some plants that are custom to this map. So continuing around the farm, like I said, there's just a lot of storage. There's not even a silo here at the farm as far as I could tell. I didn't see anything. Just a lot of these very, very large storage sheds. Each one of the storage sheds do have lights that you can turn on. Well, that's really nice. Over here is another shed, and it's housing our Ropa. But back here is a repair trigger. And that's it for the farm. I mean, it's, like I said, very straightforward kind of setup here. A lot of open area beside this field here that you can add in some additional animals or expand the farm however you see fit. There's plenty of room to expand. Or you can keep it as grassland and use it for mowing and stuff like that. So I will say that this map seems very much kind of a skeletal is probably the best way I can put it. There's a lot of bones that you kind of build off of, kind of thing, and it gives you a good set of bones if that's the way that you look at it. So over here, so first off, we come around to the corner here. This is the sugar mill. You can purchase it for $80,000. And then you have 1, 2, 3 sugar beet pilars. You can purchase each one of them for $15,000 each. They act as just a sell point initially. But if you purchase them for the $15,000, you come back in here. Now, if you put in your sugar beets, you get your sugar beets back out, but you also get this tar dirt. And based on what I can tell, it's essentially just the dirt that gets knocked off of the sugar beets as they're kind of going through the machine, going through all these rollers and whatnot. Whoa, I'm stuck. So as it kind of goes through the process here, it gets cleaned up, and there you go. So input is done right here, output right there. So you'll be able to put in whatever sugar beets that you have. You should be able to take them back out as best as I can tell based on that formula, but it's not listed under outgoing products. I didn't test this beforehand. So I'm hopeful that you put in your sugar beets first, get the tar dirt, and then you can use the tar dirt for other things later. So from here, I'm going to head right to here. So right here, this is the Grain Silo South. This is a sell point. Now, one thing I will say that's kind of off-putting is this little feature of the map right here to my right. This giant hill just looks like a ramp for you to just go and jet yourself off of and jump over this house. I don't know why it's here or if it's just kind of made for messing around, but it just seems very out of place. Now, let's take a look at the map, see where we were and where we've been. So we started down here on the farm, went up to the road, came all the way out here, up this driveway, and took in the sugar mill and the sugar beet pilars. We then came back out, up this road, out to here, and saw the Grain Silo South. Came back out to the road, to the main road, and then came all the way around to here, to this spot right here. Now, if you go to the Farmlands view and you look at farmland number 29, you can purchase it for $104,076. Now, I need to pour in just a little bit of money. Alright, that should be enough. Actually, you know what? Let me see something just real quick. So if you do not own the property, you get nothing that pops up. Now I'm going to stand right here, open or buy the property one more time. And now I should, yep, there we go, get the option to open the doors. So you can only do that when you own each one of these properties. So this is farmland number 29, and it's just additional storage. Now, is this, yeah, this is my turn right here. Now, coming all to the east here, we've got another farm. Same deal here, there's no silos, no nothing, it's just storage, and if you don't own it, you can't access the buildings. least the ones that are closed. There is one in the background that is open. This one is right here. You can purchase it for farmland number 12 for $134,532. And now we have access to all the buildings in there. Let's see. Keep heading east. Come up to another farmland. And this is farmland number 42. You can purchase this one for $87,300. Let's take a look at the map. We were at this farmland number 29 over here, came down this road, we purchased farmland number 12, and now down to this end of the map, went up to here to farmland number 42. Again, $87,300. And now we have access to all the buildings there. Again, nothing pops up, nothing is there other than buildings. They can be destroyed. You should be able to knock them down and demolish them. And then if you want, put in your own buildings, all your own kind of equipment and all that stuff. In here is the biogas plant. You can purchase the biogas plant for, what was it, $1,622,616. Solid inputs are here. Your output for your digestate is right there. And your liquid inputs are right there. Alright, and this is where it's going to start getting busy. We're going to be getting in and out of the... Whoa there. Get in and out of the vehicle a lot. Directly in front of us, off to our left side there, is the animal dealer sell point. And then over here is the animal dealer trigger itself, where if you have animals, you can have them load them directly from this trigger point. You can also back your vehicles and stuff, your animal transport vehicles, into it to unload, or to load into your trailer. Alright, over here is the dairy. You can purchase the dairy for $70,000. Sorry, I'm keep looking down at my notes and making sure I'm heading the right direction. Oh, outputs off to the side here. Inputs in the back. Directly in front of us is the carpentry. Carpentry you can purchase for $60,000. Inputs are over here, and the sell wood trigger is here, and I believe the outputs are in the back. There we go. And then over here is the sawmill. You can purchase a sawmill for $100,000. Your inputs go in here, and your wood cell trigger is right there, and your output for your wood chips is done right there. Okay. To our left here is the cereal factory. You can purchase that for $110,000. Inputs right here, outputs right there. Off to our left is the next sell point. This is the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant sell point right there. Whoops. Let's see. This is our next production point. We gotta go all the way around the front side here. This is the Michigan Grain Mill. Purchased it for $96,000. Outputs right here. And inputs right here. And hey, here's one of the collectibles. So again, just the typical Elm Creek collectibles. Plus the 10 additional Sugar Beet, as well as what was it, Massey Ferguson replicas. Off to the left here is the fast food restaurant Sell Point. Wait a minute, did I miss something? I did. I'm sorry. I need to backtrack. Okay. Sorry I missed this. This is the Michigan Farmers Market Sell Point. You've got the bulk sell point here and the kind of palletized or bales sell point here. Then you have the fast food restaurant, which we just covered, inputs in the back. Off to our left here is the bakery. Purchased that for $50,000. You have your inputs here and your outputs in the back. Next production that we have here is the oil mill. Purchased that for $80,000. Inputs here, outputs here. To our left is the Grocery Mart Sell Point. Sell Point is in the back, right here. And then over here, directly in front of us, is the Rent Train Point. There is a train that you can load into and take products off the map to Frankenmuth, Michigan. You have the Grain Pool East silo right here. This is the only silo that you have access to on the map at the very beginning. And if I'm not mistaken, one thing you have to look out for is these communal grain bins, these grain silos. I think they charge you a fee to use. So just an FYI, I believe you get charged for using these. Over here is the biomass heating plant. This is where you can take your lumber and wood chips, your wooden wood chips, with this wood cell right here. Right next door to us is the next production point. This is the grape processing unit. Purchase this for $80,000. Outputs here, inputs over here. Over here is our shop trigger, as well as a repair trigger. You see, here's our shop trigger. And then around the back side is the repair trigger. On our left is the gas station. Purchase diesel. No, it's farmer's market. We did that one. We did this one. We did the bowling alley. That leads this one. This is our next production point. This is the tailor shop. You can purchase this for $100,000. Inputs here. Where is the outputs? Outputs right here. And around the front here, you have a wardrobe trigger. So you have one at the farm and you got one there as well. Right here to our left is the restaurant sell point. Beside it is the pizzeria sell point. You can see that right there. Make a left here. Right. Directly in front of us is the Grain Silo North sell point. And then last but certainly not least, directly across the street is the spinnery. You can purchase the spinnery for $60,000. Inputs and outputs are right here. And let's take a look at where we've been, what we've seen. We were up here at farmland number 42, went across the street and checked out the biogas plant. We then went to the north and saw the animal dealer sell point as well as the animal dealer. Went around the top side here, saw the dairy, the carpentry, the sawmill. Came out and we saw the cereal factory, the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant, as well as the Michigan Grain Mill and the Michigan Farmers Market. The fast food restaurant, the bakery, oil mill, came down here, down this stretch of road, up and past the grocery mart, came out here, up north, we checked out the train rent point as well as the grain pool east, the silo system for the train, came back out, we took in the biomass heating plant as well as the grape processing unit. Came a little bit further, we saw the vehicle shop as well as the repair trigger around back. We saw the gas station. Further, nope, didn't hit that. Then we hit the tailor shop there, the restaurant, the pizzeria. Came to this intersection here, went into this big facility here, took in the Grain Silo North sell point, and then came back out and across the street to the spinnery. And that is the map. Now, opinion time. What do I think of this map? So out of 0 to 5, out of a 0 to 5 rating, what would I give this map? I would give this map... See, I'm kind of torn. I'm from Michigan, so I want to give this a really, really high score. And yeah, this looks very familiar. For anybody who's familiar with Michigan, construction barrels are everywhere. So, cool little detail that's right there. Now, I want to give it a high score just because it's Michigan. You know, like Frankenmuth map, made by the same map maker. I want to give them a high score because they're in Michigan. I'm very familiar with Frankenmuth. I've been there several times. So I really wanted to love that map. But I didn't. I didn't love that map. And I'm kind of at the same point with this one. I don't love this map. I want to. I want to just because it's a Michigan map. And I'm very disappointed that I can't. Why? So out of 0 to 5, I'd probably give this a 2. Number one thing that really kind of catches me off guard is this giant monstrosity of a hill. So you got this kind of subdivision area. I missed it. Yeah, the subdivision area right here with this giant hill with a roadway that leads directly to it. And like I said, it looks like they just put it here as a ramp just to kind of mess around with. And that's fine if you want a map that just kind of teeter around on, then make all the jumps and stuff you want. There are maps just like that. But that's not what I get from this map. I don't get that this is a map that you're meant to come on and just kind of putz around and have fun on. You know, to not play the game on is what I'm saying, is just something to kill time. It's, to me, supposed to be taken serious as a map, something that you're supposed to come on and actually play the game, you know, in whatever capacity that may be, but you're intended to be farming. So that kind of is a mark against in my book. The other thing I don't care about for this map is the farm setups. I don't like that it's only storage. There's no grain silo, there's nothing besides storage for your vehicles. So it just seems lacking. Again, being from Michigan originally, I know what Michigan looks like, and I look at this map and this does not feel like Michigan to me. I've been all over the state of Michigan, from the southernmost part of, you know, Michigan to the Upper Peninsula and everywhere in between. I've seen pretty much everything that that state has to offer. I love Michigan. You know, grew up there my whole life. And this just doesn't seem like Michigan. And not only that, but then I literally just looked up and saw this. So this is really off-putting. You have a very extremely flat map. Very flat, which is not Michigan. Michigan is very, you know, there are parts where it's flat, but there's a lot of hills and like rolling hills and stuff like that. There's, you know, Michigan was formed from glacier activity. So there's a lot of scarring, a lot of, you know, ancient scarring left on the land and whatnot. That's why there's tons of lakes in Michigan. That's why there's, you know, all sorts of rolling hills and all that stuff. Is as the glaciers receded, it tore up and scarred the earth itself. So it's one of those, like, this flatness doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, you get all these kind of culverts and stuff like this on the side of the road, these little ditches and stuff, which is fine. That's actually pretty spot on. There's a lot of roadways and road networks with that kind of culvert along the side. But then you look over in the distance and you got these giant, like, mountains out in the distance. You go with this flat land and then all of a sudden you're looking all the way around you and there's nothing but mountains all around you. That's, again, just it doesn't make me feel like a Michigan. And it's the same feeling I got from the Frankenmuth map. It's like this little blue water tower in the distance you can see right there is supposed to, like, draw you in just enough because it has a Michigan catch line of pure Michigan, which you can kind of start to see coming into focus right now. And it was the same thing with the Frankenmuth map. It's the same water tower that was in the Frankenmuth map, except that one said Frankenmuth on the side. And it's essentially, this map is essentially Elm Creek with smatterings of Michigan and being told that it's Michigan. And again, I don't say anything negative as a means of attack against the map maker. I actually hope, and again, I'm grateful to the map makers in this instance who produced a map that have now produced two maps that are, you know, supposed to bring attention to Michigan. I just wish that was a little bit more something that I recognized. You know, there's some kind of undulations in, you know, in the farm fields and stuff like that, but it's not, again, not something that I'm used to seeing when it comes to, you know, Michigan. kind of thing. So, um, trying to think. I thought there was something else that kind of caught me off guard. Um, I don't know. Like also the red barns. That was the other thing. That's the red barns. Yeah, you will see some places that have the red barns, but because they are every single field or farm that's on this map has a big red building on it kind of thing. It's very jarring to all of a sudden start driving around and then boom, there's a big red barn, and that's supposed to be kind of the symbol of saying, hey, this is the area that you could purchase and do stuff with. I get that, and that's fine, but I don't know, it just seems like they could have, splashed in some different buildings or whatnot to make it to where it was kind of broken up. Maybe have one farm that had the big red buildings and then some other kind of buildings, for the other farmlands. So that's kind of a nitpicky kind of detail on my end, but again, that's just me. Again, no ill will is intended towards the map makers or anything like that. This is just personal opinion, and I know there's tons of people who love like Frankenmuth maps, and they get lots of play on them, and they're good maps. Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, that's the last thing, and then I'm gonna stop. So, because there are all these areas on the map that you cannot purchase, there are like huge facilities that just feel empty. You've got this big complex here, but there's so much negative space that's doing nothing. And because there's all this negative space doing nothing, it just feels like it would be an opportunity to kind of expand and be able to build on top of it, but you can't because you can't purchase the land. So that's my other kind of issue with it. And that was the other issue I had with Frankenmuth, is that it had very similar aspects with that. And you especially kind of get that scope when you come down here towards these sugar beet pylons or pilars. You have all this open space, all of it. It's huge. This is a huge area that could be really good for placeables and whatnot. You've got one building here, and the pylon or pilars, with tons of sugar beets and stuff, is kind of like the central theme. But you've got this whole back corner, and you can't do anything with it. Nothing with this whole bottom section of the map. It's huge. You're missing out on a huge opportunity to have something here, to build something from there. It's right down the road from your main farm, so it's just a real missed opportunity if you ask me. But that's why I think 2 out of 5. I really hope that if these words get to the map makers, that they take it as constructive criticism, nothing more, not anything personal against them, and I hope they take it away and use it to do something better, because I feel like there's certainly opportunity to be had with this map, and with any map they make in the future. I'm super excited that they're making Michigan maps, because again, I'm from there, and I think that Michigan is a good area to represent Farming Simulator and any future maps. So that's it for this map tour. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. It shows you're engaged with this channel and that you're liking the content. And that being said, hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.